And now it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Now, Clark, as you take a look at the Hornets, what do you think will be the key for them?
Well, they've got to find a way to get some points on the board, Kevin. They haven't been playing very well over the last 5 games, and their scoring is down significantly. They've got to find a way to get their offense on track if they're going to shake out of this slump.
And, Clark, what about Detroit? What do they need to do to secure a win?
Tayshaun Prince. How versatile and valuable is he as a player? He scores, he rebounds, he defends, and he plays big minutes.
He does it all. I know you really appreciate that.
Yeah, I like his versatility, and I like his demeanor out there. He's a competitor, and he's much stronger than he looks, but he can shoot the 3, and he also can post up.
Thanks, Clark. Now here's Prince. The Hornets making the shot. Here's Hamilton. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. Now Paul, averaging 18 points a game. To Okafor. West. Villanueva's there. From short range. Connects from in close.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Villanueva with it. Hamilton on the paint. Graceful finish.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Now Paul. Here's Stojakovic. Makes it from 18 feet out.
That's a good decision there, Kevin. He got the shot off early, but he was open and he knocked it down.
And here are the Pistons now. 4-point game. Here's Hamilton. Lays it right in.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
Down low. West can't get it to go. Pistons go the other way with the ball. Here's Prince. Nails the easy jumper.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And here are the Hornets now. They're getting their second look at Detroit in this one.
Well, free throw shooting cost them the last game between these two. Free throws are supposed to be free, Kevin. That's why they call them that. They're giving them to you, but you've got to take them and make them count.
And here are the Pistons now, following the score by New Orleans. Wallace, good. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
Okay.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Will Bynum!
Now Bynum. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Off the pick. Wallace, good.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. Good concentration on the finish.
Grant is called for the charge, and that's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Look at the Hornets, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
With all of the great shooters they have, it's almost easy to think that they would shoot a high percentage. But there's some other factors at play here. They're unselfish. They set.
Substitution on the board.
And it's the Pistons with the ball. They lead by 4. West down low. Villanueva's there. From inside. Shot's good from West. And here is Stuckey. 8 points his last outing. And a look at tomorrow night. It'll be Hasheem Thabeet and the Memphis Grizzlies. They'll be hosting the San Antonio Spurs. The game gets going at 7 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch. Again, another turnover for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
The Pistons trailing. Stolen by Grant. All alone. Finishes with the soft touch. 6 points for him. You're talking about his turnovers. That's 2 this quarter.
Yeah, and that's a lot, Kevin. He's handling the ball, and he's just being a little careless with it. He has to be aware of where the defense is and then do a good job of trying to keep his body between the ball and the defender so he's not turning it over as much.
Hamilton with it. 33 points last game. The Hornets give up possession. Here's Grant. Dunks it down with one hand.
He's not a sensational dunker, but he flushed that one just to make sure.
The Pistons are trying to stop this run.
They really need a bucket to get their offense back on track. Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break.
Hits the quick shot. 12 points for him.
Tour de force performance right here. They're having a great second quarter.
The dump off to Stuckey. Prince. David West grabs the miss.
They can't seem to put the brakes on this run. They desperately need to jumpstart their offense, and soon.
Here's Grant. The rebound by Prince.
That was his to make, but he let the defense bother him. Can't do that on those lay-ins. You got to concentrate and finish.
Here's Okafor. Banks it home. They lead 30-18. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. We look at the Lakers. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And of course, the New Orleans Hornets, 8.5 games behind them. Now Bynum. We saw him with 10 points last game.
And I know they're not happy with the way they've been turning the basketball over. It can't be fun to watch or fun to be part of.
Now Bynum. The Hornets making the shot. Grant is whistled for reaching in. That's his third foul.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul. Hornets substitution. Marcus Thornton. Substitutions on the court.
Wallace down low, working on Okafor. The steal by Grant.
The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
And Clark, when you find your team trail, it really makes it that much harder. Each possession becoming even more important.
Absolutely, but you've got to look at it one possession at a time. And this is the time they have to milk every trip down the floor.
Okafor with the ball, following the basket by Chris Paul. From close range, Okafor gets the bucket.
They're playing at a really high level to start the half, hitting all of their shots so far. Good ball movement and shot making.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Cheryl Miller.
Well, at the end of the half, I spoke with the head coach of the Pistons. Asked what he could try next. He said, find a new line of work. Other than that, he does have one priority. The team needs more energy for the second half. And if they can't get going, they could be in trouble. Sounds like he's not too comfortable with the team's performance. I'll keep you posted with any updates. Kev?
Thank you, Cheryl. And a look at next Thursday. It's a home game in Quicken Loans Arena for the Cavaliers. They'll be hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. That one gets started at 8 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
Grant, he gets hammered and he'll head to the line. Ref Hamilton picks that one up. Well, every team needs rebounding. Let's check out the league's top rebounders. Take a look at Wallace, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
He's an absolutely relentless rebounder. This guy has strength, timing, and tenacity, and he pursues every loose ball as if it's his own. That's what makes him so special in tracking down rebounds. He goes after them with vigor. Boy, I love to watch him glass eat.
Can't sink the first. Some changes for the Hornets. Good on number 2. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Aquamotion.
The Hornets changing it up. Now Bynum. Right now averaging 5 points a game. And here is Stuckey to end the drought.
That's exactly what coaches love to see. Good execution on the inbounds play.
New Orleans dictating the flow. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Tipped. Here's Hamilton. Hits yet again. He's got 13.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
Here's Grant. Buries the short-range jumper. Sweet touch by the rookie out of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Here comes Rodney Stuckey. He has 6. Grant in close. Lays it right in. 21 points in the game.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's given them a big lift in this one.
Here are the Hornets with the ball. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You look at where they really impacted the flow in this one, and it was in getting a hold of the loose balls and taking advantage of the lack of ball control at the other end of the court.
Please tune in this Martin Luther King Day. We'll see Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks as they make the trip to Boston. Here's Wallace. 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hamilton. Count the baseline J. He's got 15.
He's really been efficient in the quarter so far. I love the way he's looking for his offense.
Grant backs him down. Here.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks. But when he does, make way.
Villanueva misses the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've got a blowout in the making. It's 67-43. Grant has played his heart out, and he's got a double-double, 21 points and 14 steals.
Well, he's been slashing to the rim and ripping down some vicious jams. They've yet to find an answer for him. He's just carving them up.
All right, the fourth quarter should begin momentarily. Here we go, the start of the final quarter. We've seen a heck of a performance here, but there's always the chance of a comeback. Glad you stuck with us. And here is Stuckey. He has 6.
Substitutions on the court.
And here are the Pistons now. To Maxiel. Knocked loose.
And again, they let the defense get a hand on the ball. A little carelessness there. It's difficult to win in the NBA when you give the ball to the other team so much.
And here is Stuckey. Right now averaging 15 points a game. It's one-on-one. Grant is guarded by Stuckey. Okafor. Wallace is there. Inside. Gets the lay-in. If they go on to lose, Clark, they'll have to point to the giveaways.
Without question, Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, you can't turn the ball over that much and expect to be able to win.
And here are the Pistons now, following the score by New Orleans. And here is Stuckey. Baseline. Wallace inside. No good from Hamilton.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
The Hornets on a bit of a roll here. Here's Okafor. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. It doesn't get much better than that.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Cheryl, what do you have?
Well, I had a moment to speak with the Pistons. He wants them to get out on the break. He said, the second we get the ball, I want to see guys flying down the court. If you're tired, let me know. Otherwise, put the pedal to the metal, Kev.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. And here is Stuckey. He's got 6. And here are the Pistons now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Wallace leads the game in blocks. To Peja to stop the run. No good. And New Orleans will take it the other way. 2:56 left in the 4th. Here's Maxiel. His first shot is in the bank.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
Pistons on D. Grant gets in close. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
And here is Stuckey. From short range. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Speed kills and is a valuable asset in this game. And we just saw a prime example of it. Impressive drive to the rim.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. Down low, Grant leads the game in assists.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
And here is Stuckey. He's got 8. The Pistons will take a timeout. They're behind by 30. 1:56 left in the game. And here is Stuckey. And here is Stuckey. 11 points in the game. Here's Day. A quick shot kept alive.
And I think the story here is that they've stopped giving the ball away so often. Cut those turnovers down.
A rim-rattling jam to finish the break by Grant. 27 points for him. To Maxiel. Oh! 2 hands for safety. That's true. They've cut way down the turnovers.
And that gives you a chance.
The Hornets cruise to a win as they blow out the Pistons, 89-62. For his steady play, Grant is the Jordan Brand player of the game.
Kevin, he just picked them clean. His activity at the defensive end was the difference in this one.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
Great game, man. Great game. First off, you were very selective on your shots out there. That kind of patience impresses me. I've always stressed the importance of good shot selection. It's nice to see that you don't give away possessions with bad shots. Tonight you showed me you're a force to be reckoned with on defense. Those steals were a thing of beauty. I've always believed that most coaches undervalue steals. I mean, what better way is there to generate possessions? Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.